All right, folks, we're going to get started for the day. We're going to do a little breathing exercise. We're going to do a brand new thing, which involves a little bit of Tai Chi. It's very similar to yoga, but a little different. You'll see what I mean. And then at the end, we're going to close out with a little bit of a mindful imaginary tasting. So first, we have our sphere here. Remember, this is an inhale, and this is an exhale. You're going to follow along with the sphere. Inhale, exhale is one breath. It's the full breath, inhale and exhale. So let's do about 6 breaths, and I will count them. Just keep your eyes on the Hobermann sphere, breathing in nice and deep, and then breathing out, okay? So go ahead and find a mindful posture, shoulders back and down, feeling very relaxed, at ease. Giving your lungs space to breathe. Just check in with yourself right now. Do a mental check in. See where you are. Tired, anxious, stressed, happy. There's no wrong way to be. We're just noticing. So now, eyes on the Hobermann sphere. 6 breaths, starting now. Breathing in and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By adjusting our breathing, we send a message to our nervous system that we're calm, that we're peaceful. So you hold a lot of power with your breath, that you can change how you physically feel and also how you mentally feel just by slowing down your breathing, because all of that is interconnected. So if you start to chill out your nervous system with your body, your mind will start to chill out as well. All right, Tai Chi, which we've never done before. A little bit of a different thing. I'm going to try to back up where you can see my body, okay? First thing is you're going to get into your horse stance. This is what this is called. Your feet are pointed straight out in front of you, and you're kind of sinking into like a squat. So you do this in Kung Fu, like, whoa, horse stance. But you also do it for Tai Chi. So you've got to, it's going to start to burn in your thighs a little bit. And they do this in China with young children. They teach them Tai Chi in school, and they use little rhymes and stories to kind of help them learn. So we're going to do one today. So I want you to go ahead and get in your horse stance. We'll do this a couple of times so you'll get used to it. But we're going to use an imaginary watermelon today. So first, I want you to go ahead and take your arms, and you're going to bring them up to your shoulders like you're flying, like they're wings. That's an inhale, and then exhale, bring them down. One more time in front of you, breathing in, and bring them down. Our imaginary watermelon's on the floor, so let's go ahead and bend over and pick it up. And we're going to do this. I have a large watermelon. See, it's very, very large. Now, you're going to keep this foot still. You're going to slide this one over where it's barely touching the floor. Oop, I almost skipped it. So you have a large watermelon. Take your hands and slice down the middle of that watermelon. You're going to give it 2 pieces. Now slide your foot. 1 piece to my friend over here. So notice this foot's barely touching. You're still holding that there. But your friend doesn't want it, so come on back to the middle. Now try this other piece for your friend over here, sliding that foot that way, giving it to my friend. But they don't want it. And here's my little friend here, taking that watermelon. Let's see if he wants it, giving it to my friend. But he doesn't want it, so come up. And I enjoy the watermelon. So we'll try that one more time, okay? Go ahead and get your horse stance. We're just going to do the poem this time, okay? Go ahead and pick up your imaginary watermelon. I have a large watermelon. We'll slice it with one hand this time. I'm going to cut that watermelon in half. I'm going to give one half to my friend over here, but they don't want it. I'll give the other half to my friend over here, but they don't want it. I'll give one half maybe to you, but you don't want it. So I will enjoy the whole watermelon. One more time. Grabbing the watermelon. I have a large watermelon. If you're fans of Avatar, The Last Airbender, this is kind of the inspiration for waterbending, this Tai Chi. Now I'm going to slice my watermelon in half. I'll give you some, keeping that leg barely touching the floor, but you don't want any. Giving you some, but you don't want any. Giving you some, but you don't want any. Finally enjoying the watermelon myself. Awesome. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a mindful tasting. So I want you to go ahead and just take a seat or lay down where you are and relax your whole body. Sinking into that, noticing where your body's making contact with the floor and connecting with that. Just sending your awareness to, if you're sitting on the floor, noticing what the ground making contact with your body feels like. If you're laying on a surface, noticing how that surface supports your body. And I invite you to go ahead and close your eyes or flutter your eyelids closed. You can do halfway. You don't have to close your eyes altogether. You can just gaze downward or gaze upward at the ceiling if you're laying down. I want you to use your imagination. We have our imaginary watermelon. I want you to imagine you have a slice of that watermelon in your hand. And we're going to mindfully experience this watermelon in our imaginations. First, I want you to mindfully consider the color of the watermelon. Notice the reddish pink of the fruit, the dark green and light green of the rind. Imagine if your watermelon has any seeds. If so, how many? Or is it seedless? Next, I want you to imagine that you're touching the watermelon, the feel of its juiciness on your hand. It might even be a little bit wet, like you're holding a slice of watermelon and your hand can drip, and you have a slice of it and it kind of drips down on you. Or not, you could have a very clean watermelon slice. Imagine the smoothness of the rind. Imagine that it's ice cold, like it's been refrigerated. Imagine the weight of it in your hand. Next, I want you to smell your watermelon, taking a deep breath in, smelling that watermelon, and breathing out. What does the smell of watermelon remind you of? And is your watermelon particularly sweet or not? Last, I want you to imagine that you're taking a big, juicy bite of that watermelon. So I want you to imagine that watermelon in your mouth, the flavors of it. And again, if it reminds you of anything, if there's any kind of association with the taste of watermelon. When you get down to the rind, it gets a little bit sour. If your watermelon's not so sweet, maybe it's because you took a bite closer to the rind. I want you to go ahead and take some deep breaths like we did at the beginning with the Hobermann sphere, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just take a few right now breaths, deeper than any you've taken so far all day. And when you hear the sound of my bell, I'll invite you to open your eyes and rejoin me. Go ahead and begin breathing. Again, breathing in, filling up your lung space. And letting all the air out, every bit of it, before breathing again. Thank you for meditating and trying Tai Chi with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I love the little story that goes with it. I think it's just a really funny way of remembering the moves. Feel free to practice on your own, and I look forward to meditating again with you soon.